Now we go over to Beerus's planet where we see Vegeta versus Broly.
Oh,
Broly
shit!
fires a series of blasts, but Vegeta deflects them easily and then sneaks behind him and whispers in his ear, "Are you going to get mad?" He takes Broly's punch right in the face and says there's nothing wrong with being angry. Anger is the source of power for all Saiyans. The only problem with you is that you lose control of yourself. Vegeta then transforms into Super Saiyan and says, "Don't suppress your rage, control it."
Oh,
Vegeta
shit.
keeps provoking Broly to go berserk.
Hey, this nigga fucking Vegeta fucking training Vegeta, so clearly, training Vegeta. Training Broly, so clearly Vegeta is stronger than Broly right now.
In order to stand a
think, oh, Broly's stronger, and stop.
Against him, but Broly suppresses the rage within him. So Broly, in his training, he's learning to control ki, he's learning to control his anger, and it might be that like perhaps Gohan is the one that's able to teach Broly how to control
might be
himself.
One of the main characters,
Goku worries that Broly might actually go berserk again, but Whis notes that things have changed. Goku doesn't understand what Whis means, and Broly soon gains the upper hand in the fight against Vegeta.
Oh shit, upper hand?
Vegeta lowers his ki and hides behind a tree.
Vegeta is like Super Saiyan, so I was like, hello.
But Broly takes a moment to think about it and hits Vegeta. Goku and Whis are both happy to see Broly's progress, but now the real training begins as Vegeta notes that it's good that he's controlling his anger, but if he doesn't go mad during the fight, he's not going to be able to show his true strength.
So basically he's saying, if you don't lose control, you basically a bitch. You're not strong at all. You basically a little bitch, bro. Like, you got to use your anger.
Figure out a way to bring out his true power, and Goku suggests going Super Saiyan, but Broly says it's difficult for him to do that. So presumably, if Broly goes Super Saiyan, he can't control himself anymore, but that's, you know, very typical of Saiyans when they first achieve their Super Saiyan form. It takes them a little bit of time to get comfortable with it, and that's kind of the process where Broly is right now. So now we start talking about Black Frieza. Chilai asks what they would do if Frieza showed up right now. The Black Frieza, which you guys said was a nightmare. And Goku says, yeah, it's a nightmare. He's a bad guy, but he's also amazing. He trained and he surpassed us in such a short amount of time.
I ain't gonna lie, praising a nigga who calls you a monkey and just absolutely shits on your presence every time you're there, it's kind of crazy, but hey, we know Goku has a pure heart, so I mean, common Goku activity, am I right?
Which we know that he did because he went and he found some room of spirit and time out in space, and he trained in there for like 10 years, and now he's Black Frieza, and he's stronger than even Goku and Vegeta who have god forms.
Hey, I ain't never seen a nigga like Frieza try to spin back against the main character 3 times, bro. 3 different times this nigga Frieza is spinning back, bro. He said he's coming out with the dub no matter what, bro.
Beerus cuts in and tells Goku that there's always going to be someone above him, so he just needs to continue training. But then he says something interesting. He says, if you can surpass me, I'll recommend you to become the next god of destruction. How many thumbnails have we seen of Goku being a god of destruction? Goku says he has no interest in becoming a god of destruction. I mean, it should be Vegeta. I mean, he's basically Beerus's apprentice at this point. So I'm not sure why Beerus is talking more so about Goku. He's saying Goku is just stronger than Vegeta. He's not talking about Broly or Gohan either, but essentially what Beerus is saying, if anybody can surpass him in strength, they'll be recommended to become the next god of destruction. So what that means to me is Beerus wants to retire. Maybe he's just tired of his job. You don't ever see Beerus training. He's extremely lazy. I think he's done with it. He's burnt out, and he's looking for the next god of destruction, which could easily be Frieza, Gohan, Broly, Vegeta. Or
come on now, we can all agree that, but no one deserves that spot more than Vegeta. Vegeta is being trained by Beerus, basically his own apprentice. Nobody's at that spot but Vegeta. Vegeta has the aggressive form, ultra ego. Goku has the more the angel, like, you know what I'm saying, moving type shit. Like, just give it to Vegeta, bro.
Or, I mean, I doubt Goku, like, he doesn't want it, which kind of makes him a great candidate for it. Like, the best leader is someone who doesn't want the power of leadership. I really don't see Goku becoming a god of destruction. So Beerus asks Whis about the situation on Earth as he sensed danger earlier. And Whis explains that the terrifying monster Cell Max had appeared, but Goku, Son, and Piccolo, along with others, defeated it. Vegeta saying Bulma said that Gohan was so great he might have surpassed us. And Goku says, whoa, I wish I could have seen that. While I was in the middle of a fight with Vegeta, I didn't.
And you know it's serious when fucking Goku stops eating his fucking food. Nigga, like, hold up, nigga, you said Gohan might surpass me? Nigga, stop. Nigga, put the food down real quick.
What was going on? in which Vegeta recognizes that, yeah, that's the fight you lost to me in. So back on Earth, Gohan transforms back into Gohan Beast, which tells us a few things. First of all, he can just activate it at will. He doesn't need any, you know, emotional moment like one of his friends dying anymore.
I ain't gonna lie, the art right here that Kira Toriyama is actually eating that shit up, bro. Like the art on that is low key cool. It's trying to bring back the SS2 vibe, but I mean, hey,
his ki is so powerful that both Goku and Vegeta can sense it on Beerus's planet. Now, why couldn't they sense it during the fight with Cell Max? I think that's because Goku was just saying he was too preoccupied with his fight with Vegeta, but it's a little bit weird. I mean, we've seen people fighting before, and then, you know, someone powers up in the distance and people stop fighting. They're like, holy crap, what is that ki? So it's a little bit weird, but, you know, that's Dragon Ball Super writing. And then finally, Goku returns to Earth and surprises everyone. So it appears that we are getting the Black Frieza arc. Maybe not right now, but I think this chapter is kind of foreshadowing. I believe Carmine talking to Goten and Trunks, when we may get some like mini Goten and Trunks versus some villain, some like new organization on Earth that's trying to take over the world before we get into Black Frieza. I hope we just jump straight into Black Frieza, because
better be lit, bro.
We have all these super powerful people now, and they're all like with god forms, with the exception.
See, I like how the creator is not just focused on Goku and Vegeta anymore. He's trying to bring more characters into the picture, like Gohan and Piccolo, give them the transformation so they can really fit into the story. Because usually it's just been about Goku and Vegeta, but he's trying to fit other characters in the story, which is the problem with like Dragon Ball manga, is not fitting everybody into the story, just making Goku and Vegeta, you know, the main source of the juice, which is fine, but like we want to see other characters too.
Of Broly, basically, but we know Broly probably has the most potential out of anyone. Everyone's powers are so crazy right now. They're gonna have to all battle to show us who is the strongest and give us benchmarks. I assume Black Frieza would wipe the floor with Goku and Vegeta still, but they should both also be able to upgrade their forms in this arc. Vegeta's Ultra Ego, I believe, is only the halfway transformation like Ultra Instinct Omen was, and we've seen Goku go through major developments in the Granola arc with his Ultra Instinct, so he still has some ways to go, and I believe that he's still on the way of perfecting Ultra Instinct, because he's not supposed to lose if it's perfect, and he was losing quite a bit. So that's all for the chapter. Overall, I'm pretty excited. This is a good direction. Hopefully they're
W chapter, bro.